George Washington de Lafayette was the son of Gilbert du Motier, Marquis de Lafayette, the French officer and hero of the American Revolution, and Adrienne de Lafayette. The elder Lafayette named his son in honor of George Washington, under whom he served in the Revolutionary War. Life. From 1783, Lafayette grew up in the Hôtel de Lafayette at 183 Rue de Bourbon, Paris. Their home was the headquarters of Americans in Paris. People such as Benjamin Franklin, Mr. and Mrs. John J. and Mr. and Mrs. John Adams met there every Monday. They dined with the Lafayette family as well as with the liberal nobility, such as Clermont-Tonnerre, Madame de Staël, Morellet, and Marmontel. Reign of Terror. In 1789, the French Revolution began. After the 10th of September 1792, in the wake of the September massacres, Lafayette went into hiding with his tutor, Félix Frestel. His mother was put under house arrest and, later, in prison. On the 22nd of July 1794, his great-grandmother, Catherine de Cossé-Brissac, Duchesse de Noailles, his grandmother, Henriette Anne-Louise de Guerceau, Duchesse d'Ying, and aunt, Anne-Jean-Baptiste Louise, Vicomtesse d'Ying, were guillotined. In April 1795, George was sent to America with Frestel. While there, he studied at Harvard, and he was a houseguest of George Washington at the presidential mansion in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and at the Washington family home, Mount Vernon, Virginia. On the 15th of October 1795, George's mother was sent to join his father and his sisters, Anastasia and Virginie, in the prison fortress of Olmutz. All of their money and baggage were confiscated. On the 18th of September 1797, the family was released under the terms of the Treaty of Campo Formio. They recuperated at Lamcoulin, Holstein, near his aunt Madame de Montague and great-aunt Madame de Tessé. In 1798, George returned from America. In 1799, the family moved to Veenin, near Utrecht. During the brief time it was the Batavian Republic. Since George was turned back at the French border as an exile, he stayed behind with his father, while his mother Adrienne returned to France. After Napoleon's plebiscite, on the 1st of March 1800, he restored Lafayette's citizenship, and removed their names from the émigrés list. Army service. George entered the army and was wounded at the Battle of Mincio in 1800. Later, he was aide-de-camp to General Grouchy at the Battle of Eylau, 1807, where he gave up his horse after Grouchy's had been killed, at the risk of his own life. Napoleon's distrust of George's father's independence rendered promotion improbable, and Georges de Lafayette retired into private life in 1807. Restoration. He entered the Chamber of Deputies and voted consistently on the liberal side. He was away from Paris during the Revolution of July 1830, but he took an active part in the Campagne des Banquets, which led up to the French Revolution of 1848. Lafayette's visit to America. Georges accompanied his father on the latter's triumphant visit to America in 1824 and 1825. Throughout most of the long tour, he kept close company with his father's secretary, Auguste Levasseur. They observed a volunteer fire company turnout in New York City. He met George Washington Parke Custis at Arlington House. He visited Mount Vernon, and he met Thomas Jefferson at Monticello. Family. George Washington de Lafayette married Emily de Tracy, daughter of the Comte de Tracy. In 1802, they had 3 daughters and 2 sons. Oscar Thomas Gilbert Motier de Lafayette was educated at the École Polytechnique and served as an artillery officer in Algeria. He entered the Chamber of Deputies in 1846 and voted, like his father, with the extreme left. After the Revolution of 1848, he received a post in the Provisional Government, as a member of the Constituent Assembly. He became Secretary of the War Committee. After the dissolution of the Legislative Assembly in 1851, he retired from public life, but emerged on the establishment of the Third Republic. becoming a life senator in 1875. Edmond Mortier de Lafayette shared his brother's political opinions. Edmond was one of the secretaries of the Constituent Assembly and a member of the Senate from 1876 to 1888. Daughters: Nathalie, who married Adolphe Perrier, a banker and nephew of Casimir Pierre Perrier; Mathilde, who married Maurice de Puzy; Clementine, who married Gustave de Beaumont. Legacy: the appearance of the young George Washington is known from a painting, The Oath of Lafayette at the Fête de la Fédération, 14 July 1790, in which he is standing on the right alongside his father. The painting is on display at the Musée Carnavalet.